Yo, nerds, what's up? It's Ninja Dad, your favourite nerd himself, coming back at you today again with, I think it's our final run on The Witcher 3. So I think it's episode 8. And today we're looking at tidying it up by getting up to level 100 and having a look at some build options. So you've got a lot of different loadouts that you can run in the Witcher series here, and you've seen a few over the course of the videos that we've done. This particular one here is my erudite one because just showing off here that you can get caught after a certain series of events where you get level after level after level and erudite's kind of left in the dust a bit. So this is a really good build for getting back on track and keeping erudite as the number one sword that it is. So yep, we've come to the time and space part here where these guys just keep on coming. Basically infinite respawn of monsters that aren't that bad, and yep, you keep your Queen Shield up, which is basically a priority here, and just keep on hitting. Keep on hitting. Whirl and Rend are definitely the order of the day for powering up erudite, and keeping the sword as low power as you can. It really helps because you just get to do more hits, and as you can see, as it gets more and more charged up, it doesn't really matter if it's a low power, it gets to a high power hit anyway. So yeah, just smash monsters, keep your Queen Shield up, and get those charges ticked off, make erudite stronger, and then carry on. Right, let's get out of there. And check out erudite. I was about, I don't know, 20 to 30 bloody levels low on it, and now I'm just 2 behind. So yeah, that was a real fast way to catch up, and it was pretty easy in there too. So let's move on, and we're still running our metamorphosis build here with that's the main mutagen we've got in the middle, and instead of running the science build, we're now running the attack, and you do that from time to time for different things, and I generally would do it for boss fights. So we do a little series of was it Corinthia and Eridan, and we'll have a look and see how this one goes. Yeah. All right. So first off, you can see here on Deathmatch, poor little chickie. She doesn't do a hell of a lot of damage. Yep. Series just like in this part, fun to play, but not super powered, not like Geralt is. Well, on Deathmatch at least, anyway. So yep, she's definitely fun to use and definitely got a different fighting style all of her own. But yeah, I haven't managed to figure out how to make her hit harder. But yep, getting him down to that thing, and then the fight switches over pretty soon to Geralt, and then we get to see Geralt in action against this dude. Must be just about there. Let's get that down. Boom, there we go. Alright, so good old Geralt comes on in, and you see that the fighting style immediately changes between the two. Ciri can get up on him real easy, and he doesn't really use range attacks against Ciri. He uses range attacks against Geralt, and Geralt has a little bit of a slower time getting to him, and that's why it's good when you do get close to bash the absolute crap out of him. Rend. So yeah, I'll just let you watch. It's not like I'm perfect or anything, as you can see, but you don't have to be great. You just have to be mindful of certain mechanics, and once you get that down, Deathmatch is not that bad at all. Alright, in this next part here, he does that attack that shoots along the ground. On Deathmatch, that's a one-hit kill. Don't get hit by that. just saying. I don't very often dive, to the side. I usually do a dodge, but every now and again, the attack's broad enough or long-lasting enough where you do need to do a dive rather than a dodge, and that's definitely one that you don't want to get hit by, because you'll be looking at the loading screen. Yeah, he can be a bit of a shithead to fight, I find. Just that little low kick that he does when he first comes in, it's like, rawr, dodge that. Definitely dodge that. Right, so in this next fight, I've switched my build around a little bit so that I've got good damage and lots of life. You'll see why. Some bosses are really quite tricky, and the old dude that gives you the erudite sword, he's very, very like a fairy mage, and he does basically almost identical kind of crap. And he's pretty quick too, so yeah, you want to have a lot of life so that you can take a few hits from him, because you will get hit. Just saying. And some of the other builds that are based around attack, they have very, very low life, and I don't find them very survivable at all against this guy, especially when you do dumb shit like running into his little whirlwinds. Yeah. And just like their Fury Mage, you can see his life getting chewed out when I'm not hitting him. It's the crippling strikes and poison blades. Super effective against these two. Yeah, because sometimes you do crazy things like that, and it doesn't really help. Also, you've got on the build that I'm running, I've got three decoctions going, so I don't have a lot of space for the potions. I've got White Raffards as the main one that I'll take there, giving the full life straight back and that moment of like invincibility. That's a real game changer in battles like this one, and like Detlef. Definitely White Raffards there. Alright, the other part here that I'd like to show off, that if you don't get Severance, in my opinion, the next best one is Elation. And Severance is great when you've got room to swing your sword. When there's tight areas, and small enclosed areas, Elation is actually probably stronger, because you can keep doing whirl for way longer. By every kill gets you a point, like 400 adrenaline points. So yeah, but this is one of the bases. This is where you get the Toussaint Knight Steel Swords diagram, so it's quite handy to come and grab this one particularly. Yep, so this is actually a really good display, I think is the best way of saying it, of the Griffin gear, and using Eden and Igni or Ard, either one here, because both of them are super effective in especially tight areas like that where you can keep them pinned, and Eden's just chewing their life away. Yeah. on to the next hunter base. Seen this one before. But yeah, last time I was here in the earlier video that I did of this, I didn't have my Eden build available to me, so now you get to see what happens when you can go nuts with your different signs in here. It's absolutely crazy. Yeah, just remember to grab your place of power as you're going through and get all the extra points you can. Here we're showing off the Euphoria build. It's a lower life build. It does more damage, but it's lower life. We're going to attack the same base that we just did, but we're going to have some different stuff because now at level 100 we've got the Toussaint Knight Steel Sword that we can wield. But once again, it's Deathmatch. We're not some superhero burning on through smashing the crap out of everything. Well, we are smacking the crap out of stuff, but you're not invincible. You're not invincible. You're not invincible. And look, I absolutely love the Toussaint Knight Steel Sword. It's one that I would use basically as soon as you can use it. I use that almost exclusively. About the only time that I don't is probably when I need to have some extra defense with my Griffin gear running entanglement, and if I need a little more defense, like again, especially against Detlef, that dude hits like a truck, and running the entanglement build, sitting in an Eden trap, gives you like massive more defense, and you get your stamina back faster, so you can use ARD to blast other bits and pieces away that you're getting attacked by with Detlef. But this build here, you're shooting through with the TKSS, just absolutely going nuts, making everything catch on fire on ridiculously regular occurrence. You are not invincible, as you'll see right about here. You take a back attack with one blast and you're dead. Just like that. So yeah, not invincible. Yep. So we're just going to smash straight through this and get straight to the top and take the guy out at the top and get the diagrams. something like diagrams that we want. Yeah, this build, very hard hitting. You don't need to worry too much about signs, although Euphoria does massively benefit signs as well. I definitely prefer my Metamorphosis build, and when you drop all but your top 9 decoctions, you can drop the extra one and just have 8, so you get exactly the same, but every now and again you can actually take 4 decoctions with the right setup, and that gives you 9 decoction things with not the extra toxicity for the last 5. Makes a massive difference. Yeah, so Euphoria here, it hits harder. I definitely find Metamorphosis more universal for most of the different fighting options that you do.
Goodness, how I enjoy a good mud butching. But move. Prepare to be thoroughly flabbergasted.
Right, moving right along, we're back to our Metamorphosis build, and we've chucked on a major signs one. So this one here, once again, you don't have a lot of life. One of the major advantages, though, is that with this build, your Queen Shield is a bit tougher, which means it takes longer to wreck your shield. That sign intensity there, big difference. And you've still got a bit of a hit too with your sword, so running that, it really helps a lot when you're fighting, especially the guys with the shields. You can burn most of the others and then cut straight through the shield dude with rend. That always helps. Yep. So there you go. TKSS in action in a signed build. Let's rip through this and yep, see what you think. Alrighty, so yeah, I run a standard decoction loadout of the troll decoction, echidna, and ekimara. So that way you're getting your life back in a number of different ways, and it makes you a whole lot more survivable no matter what loadout you're running. You'll see. I don't think I've actually ever said it right throughout the whole series, but on Death March, they've got your enemies have about 80% more life, and they hit about 230% harder. So they don't do anything else really other than those two things. They don't change the mechanics up really at all. So essentially with that, you do have to fight a hell of a lot differently just from those two alone. Using potions, using your oils, decoctions are a real big thing. And then having your loadouts set for best effectiveness for whatever it is that you're walking into, and different, well, the old saying, horses for courses, I guess. Different things give you different benefits in battle. Like this particular one here, this massive sign build, and I can blow them over and they stay down for ages for most of them, and I can just come up and just pop them on the ground and that's them done. But yeah, there's tons of different things that you can do. I've only been showing off the Griffin build. There's the whole the bear build with all the Ursine gear. That's the one that makes you nearly invincible for most of the stuff, because yeah, it's just great. But and then there's the cat build, I guess. I'm more Griffin, so I'm going to show off the Griffin stuff. We're just about basically at the end of the series now, and we've covered a hell of a lot of different bits and pieces, and the important thing I think to take away is that it's your game, play it your way. Whatever you like to do more, you want to build your character around that, and there's multiple ways of doing it. There's no one way, so you just gotta do what's right for you. I've had a great deal of fun with this series, and I look forward to breaking into the next series, and hope to have you there too. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye now.